Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Snorlax in the 1 minute pool on ICC. Alright, first game of the session, and we are maybe getting a Gingy Indian. Nope, we're getting an extra pawn. A full extra pawn against Snorlax. Let's play Queen B6 so we can try to hang on to it. And then I'm just going to develop normally, D6. Probably Knight H6 when he goes back to C2. I like holding this pawn as much as possible. Let's even play A5 to stop B4, discourage B4. And then E5. He maybe could have tried G4 somewhere. I'm not sure about that, but let's play A4 and try to open this baby up. A3 or takes. I think I could take. Let's bring this in. I'm not really concerned about him taking my light square bishop. That opens lines for me. So let's recapture here. I think the bishop coming to H6. Wow, he's actually going to do this. See, this seems exceedingly risky to me, but his position is pretty desperate already, so I can't blame him much. Let's take here. If he moves the bishop, we take on C2, so maybe he's just losing material here by force. Queen E3, or Queen C1 rather. Perhaps the only move, and then Bishop H6 was coming. Who is I Am Snorlax? He just resigned. He is a anonymous I Am. And anonymous I Am. Alright, so that bodes well for the session. I'm going to play about 20-30 minutes. A little shorter than usual. I'm about to go hiking, actually. It's 4:30 p.m. The weather's been okay here. 50 degrees-ish. But I want to get outside and do something active today and trying to go hiking before it gets too dark. So I think we're technically in spring, but it doesn't feel like it. We actually had some snow a few days ago, and the temperatures are still coldish. It's like light jacket weather, I would describe it as, and getting pretty cold at night. So, all right, let's take a look at who's playing in the pool right now. I'd like to get my rating up if possible. I feel like I've been facing a lot of lower rated players and not doing particularly well against them. BruceLeeBeWater. That's a great Bruce Lee quote. And let's pull the bishop back to G6, looking for a swap. Since he wasted time with this, I'm going to waste time and play C5. Just so I can get a better pawn structure than what I had with the pawn on C6. Let's see if he takes here. He does. Probably we're going to try to attack this pawn. I'm going to throw this move in just to see if we can catch him. This is a pretty transparent threat, but you never know. See if we can get a trade here. He kind of has to trade if he wants to develop. This knight coming into E4 looks useful. We can take and play Queen A5 maybe. Let's do that. Attacking this knight. See where he's headed. Bring the rook over. I think I have a slight edge here. I like my position. I'm just going to pull the queen back. Probably go A5, A4, little minority attack. Pull this knight back to D6. E3 could be weak in the future. Okay, let's pull this over. I guess he has rook c6, but I can go back to d8. I should have seen the fact that he has this move. All right, now we get into c4. I'm liking this. Let's try to cut off his pawn from the rest of his army. This a pawn, that is. I'm going to go here, threatening maybe queen takes c6 in some circumstances. e5 is a threat. I can take that. Let's go back here. I'm going to hide my king. Let's go here. I'm going to try to work my queen out to f6. I think this looks really nice because now I've got queen b2 ideas. I know my rook is just holding the fort here with regard to the b pawn, but let's take the a pawn and see if we can rustle up some counterplay. Let's give a check here. And then we're going to push this pawn. He has a hard time stopping it. We can go here. He's kind of got to go for my king, queen e7, or some sort of Hail Mary, but he's running out of time. Okay, so we beat BruceLeeBeWater. 2439 is our rating now. Just checking his stats. Fairly new account. He almost plays bullet exclusively. Yeah, he does play bullet exclusively, actually. Dhoine, Grandmaster, starting with knight f3 on move 1. 2501, a serious opponent. We're playing this symmetrical variation. Looks like I'm going to be up a pawn without any particular compensation from black. Let's do this. I'm going to play e5. Just see what we can get here. Probably an extra pawn. Bishop b5 check maybe coming. He probably should prevent that. Like a6, I wouldn't be surprised to see. Okay, well, let's develop this here. I can do that. I should have prevented that, but okay, you can't play perfectly in bullet. And, any way to take advantage of that? Not that I see. Okay, I'm just going to try to make some luft. And go king g1 in the future. Let's not take that. So he's getting some play for the pawn. Rook e1, defend e5. Okay, I guess I'm going to take. Undoubtedly has some play for this pawn. Now I'm just going to try to lift my rook h3, and maybe attack g7 in the future. Let's do that. If g6, I have h5, so... Okay, rook e2 looks good, just being solid. Trying to defend everything. H5. Is he threatening anything? I guess he's threatening rook takes f2. Yeah, I didn't see that. Okay, so I got to trade now. And then try to swing my rook over and get some counterplay. This looks drawish. I mean, if he wants to play for a win, yeah, he's got to do something radical like that. Let's bring up our king in the meantime. I think with my king potentially being able to come to the center a little quicker than his, I like my chances. Let's do this and then bring this over. Push this pawn. So this pawn is paramount. I want this pawn to queen quite clearly, and it will queen. Let's bring our king back. Now he's got to do something. Yeah, he just doesn't have enough in the tank here. Oh my gosh. Just as I say that, I completely blunder and lose the plot. Oh boy, but he blunders right back. Oh man, what a game. Let's take that so we don't accidentally lose. That was so funny. The only source of counterplay he has is the b pawn, and I put my king on a square where I just blocked myself from being able to... Or sorry, I put my rook on a square where I was unable to stop the pawn when he pushes. I was like, okay, this is routine. Pedestrian win, play rook h7. But then after b2, my rook is in one of the absolute worst places to be as far as stopping this b pawn. My king is blocking the b file, and yeah, I'm just losing. And then he made the mistake of pre-moving queen takes g6, and somehow I won. Okay, eventful game. We're back in the pool. Open Yagami is the next opponent. This player's tough. I played them before. Let's see if they play e5, advance in the center. Nope. So I might be able to develop my bishop to b5, but he puts a stop to that. We're just going to play knight f3 next. Maybe bishop d3. It's kind of an interesting idea. Just looking to swap bishops. Let's go a4, just starting some initiative on the queen side. I can see if he'd want to prepare e5. Let's play h3, just stopping his pawn. I'm going to come here and maybe load up against the c7 pawn. He's content to work his knight into the position. Let's go here. If he takes it, I'll play queen b3. So let's go a5, just making sure he can't support that in the future. Let's do this. Look for a swap. I'd really like to get at b7 and c7, but it's increasingly difficult. Okay, I'm going to go here. See if we can trade those guys. But I'm down a couple pawns. I don't like my position now. I don't see my compensation. Moreover, I have to watch myself that... well, okay, take here. I guess I can take h8. So at least we pick that up. He has knight e2 ideas. We better cover. Maybe pop the queen out to g4. Okay, I'm going to go here. See if we can open this up. Now I got to run with my king because I'm getting mated otherwise. Aha, nice move. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the line. Okay, so he got a lot of counterplay against my king. Not too happy with that game. I think I could have executed my queenside play better. For instance, right here maybe? Do I have to lose the a5 pawn? I didn't even see knight takes a5. But black's position looks okay already. He's pretty solid. He's only moved one pawn around his king. So, all right, same opponent. Open Sesame. Open Yagami. Play a Jinji Indian. Okay, we get a Jinji Indian for once in our lives. Let's play d6. I'm going to go queen a5 first and see if I can take this pawn. And then we're going to try to get the knight to e5, attacking this bishop, attacking c4. Castle. I'm not going to take that bishop yet because I don't have to. Let's go here and see if we can induce a potentially weakening move. And then bring the bishop back. I think my position's pretty solid. I can go here and attack this pawn. We'll bring this rook over to reinforce e7. I don't want to take there yet. Yeah, and he's sacrificing the exchange. I cannot blame him. In fact, it's probably a good decision. Let's take here. Clever. Okay, I gotta go here, I think. But he has knight d6 now. His idea was that if I had gone to f8 with the rook, I would have been hanging something. I think I can get away with taking this. See if we can get a quick rook d7 in. It's a move I'd like to play. Attacking this bishop. Let's go take this guy. Gotta watch out for some of his counterplay, but him hanging that helps a lot. Let's go here, just looking to swap. Bishop c4, I have bishop f7. Let's just guard here. Offer a queen trade, which he has a hard time dealing with. Let's take this way. Queen h8 is a threat. And let's just swap this stuff off the board. Push this pawn. Oh boy, don't get checkmated, John. Let's go win that bishop. This guy's so tricky, man. All these players are tricky, I'm telling you. Okay, so we win that game. Back in the pool, open Yagami. I quickly just pressed 1 there just to get another game in. Let's play here and see if we can go for a Torre sort of setup. I'm going to take that pawn because I wonder if he'll be able to hold it. Let's take, then play c3 with an eye towards playing knight e4 and trying to go after that bishop on f6. Granted, he's going to win it back like he just did. Okay, I was going to play queen d4 if he didn't play that move. Let's go here, just trying to disrupt his play a bit. Rook fd1. He has 2 center pawns to my 1, so he might be a tiny bit better here. Let's go knight d4, just looking to repair our structure. That seems like a free pawn. I'm going to take it. And take it with the rook, keep things closed. The b pawn is looking sketchy as well for him. Okay, let's go here just to eye this rook. Okay, we'll take that and push. Try to stop him from infiltrating. I'm going to take this, and then we're going to go here and avoid bishop c4 issues. Okay, let's do g3. He can give me some checks, though, can't he? Okay. This guy. Okay. Just immediately blundered there. Glad he didn't see that. This is complicated. Take this. Because now I think our b pawn is looking a little dangerous for him. Bring our king up. He gives a check with the rook. Let's give a check here. Oh boy. Oh, got him on time. Okay. I didn't even have time to look over to the right and see if we could win on the clock. So close one right there. I was up a pawn, but he had some counterplay on the second rank. I was especially worried that he would pin my bishop and win it. So that's why I was doing this ducking and dodging with my king, like king e1 here, because the threat is bishop c4. Really not sure what was going on there. I mean, if he had played rook b1 check again, can I ever really escape the threats? I guess my king could run to f3 maybe. So again, open Yagami. Let's play d5 this time. Just have a run-of-the-mill Slav. Take on c4. Oh, my dreaded the opening I hate to face, the Geller Gambit. He can take here. I'm going to take here and just be greedy. Let's play e6, develop. Bishop to e7. Bring this knight back. He can try to sink the knight into e5 whenever he likes. For now, I'm just looking to develop if possible. Let's go here and guard this pawn. I'm not going to take c5 yet. I feel like if I take that pawn, it might actually help him in the development department. So I'm going to make a point not to take it. He'll probably play bishop f4, so I'm just trying to stay tight here. Keep everything defended. Let's go bishop d4, just attack this knight. He might go bishop back to c2. h7 is covered for now, so I feel okay about this. Let's go g6. I know he can check here. Okay. Probably just take that. Try to threaten some mates. Let's go here, attack this rook. I'm a bit down on time, I feel, so I want to try to make that up somehow. F6. Now we're getting it at F2, which is quite helpful. And now whether he goes here, he falls victim to queen F4. If he goes to H1, he loses the rook. Okay, so I'm glad we got the attack on F2. That was critical. He was building up some threats against my king. I swear, whenever I face the Geller Gambit E4, I experience troubles. As you might have seen in my game against Julio Sidora in the chess.com Title Tuesday that I recorded earlier this month. I can't even talk today, sorry. So yes, anytime I face this opening, it gets weird. I'm up to 24.77, and I'm back in the pool. Let's see who's playing. Sir John, this guy's really tough. A Greek player. At 24.48, 24.60, he's going to be a difficult opponent. So I'm giving him the Scandi business. Let's go knight f6. We'll just play it simple. And then bishop out to g4, e6. I'm going to castle short in this one. Or attempt to. Oh, he plays knight to c3. All right, well, this I don't mind. He doesn't even get his pawn to d4, so that's good for us. Probably he'll play knight e5. Let's take and then play knight bd7. Just challenging that piece. Looking for a swap. I'm going to bring this to d5. Rook c8. I got to stay ahead of him on the clock. I know this guy is faster than me when it comes down to it, so I'm kind of weakening d6, but I guess it's okay. Just advancing. Looking for some trades here. Lots of swaps. Let's go c4. I see no reason not to continue advancing. Okay, I'm going to take that one. Let's play this. I know I weakened my structure a little bit in doing so, but maybe it's okay. This is really, really equal, though. We'll play f5, just kicking his pieces around a little bit. I guess I can go here and kind of harass him on this pawn. I'm going to go here, try to harass him. He's getting an extra pawn, though, and my structure is kind of a mess. Let's keep pushing. Even though my king is looking really awkward here, I think this is okay. Okay, so we get our rook to the second rank. We have a lot more time than him. Will it matter, though? Oh boy, I just dropped my rook and he didn't notice. We're gonna try to mess with his king. Okay, so we got him on the clock. 68 moves and I had 6.4 seconds left. I played some dubious stuff at the end, but I knew he was pre-moving. He was just moving his king around, so that's why I played rook takes d4, rook takes f4. Kind of dirty. Astaneh. Okay, wow. We're getting some tough players, 25-28. I'm going to play for about 10 more minutes and then call it quits. So what is this? Some weird Grunfeld by transposition? I kind of know what I'm doing in this line. I have looked at this line before. Let's go knight. Let's actually play queen b1, hitting this pawn. There's some theory here that I'm not sure of. Okay, let's do this. Trying to maneuver a little. I think I can take here now. If he takes back, I have his bishop on b7. So let's do this. Not sure of my last move, though. He's going to win g2. Let's attack e7. Knight e5 maybe? Harassing the bishop, try to get him to part with his dark square bishop. He says, no, I want to keep that piece. So let's go here. Now he needs to get developed, so he is. Thing is, my king safety is questionable in this position. That's why not quite sure. Queen c2. Didn't play it. Okay, I'm looking for a queen swap. I think that was a good move, because now he has to play knight d5 to keep the pieces on. Okay, let's go here. I might have been losing material there if he had played bishop takes e5. Again, fortunately for me, he did not do that. I'm trying to escape with my king. What the? Okay, can he do that? g5 check. Ah, that's your plan. I see. Nicely done. That was a nice game. Yeah, he separated my king from my queen at the end of the game, so I'm losing something there. Yeah, I didn't like my position after he played c5. Probably I should just castle here, although he has bishop takes g2. Because with knight takes c4, I'm relying on the fact that if b takes c4, there's queen takes b7. Back in the pool. Chance for revenge. Astaneh. I think this is a youngish IM, if I recall correctly. So we're going into a Benoni via transposition. Let's play here. Let's see if we can organize b5 later. He's going to let me play it. Okay. Play rook b8. Might as well keep pushing, right? Go take here. I'm going to go after that b2 pawn. I'd like to get that if I could. Can I do this and then take here? I think I can. If bishop takes f6, I had rook takes e1, so that appears to check out. Queen d4, we come back. Okay, not a big deal. Try to protect that pawn if we can. Not sure if it's feasible to do so. This position's a little bit loose. I might lose the a pawn, but I see some other good stuff potentially happening. Let's go here and push a4 next move. Then we can keep it. Keep the pawn. Go here. And he wants an attack against my knight, so I'm just going to get out of the way. And then take here. If e5... So you have knight takes e5 here. If he did, that would be really annoying. Looks like he does. I should have anticipated that. I guess I got to go down this path now. I don't like having to do this, though. Okay, let's do this. This is a tricky situation. I'm also in time pressure, and I blundered my queen. I thought he wasn't going to repeat. Ah, bad. I had a good position to work with there, but he outplayed me in those complications. I even saw knight takes e5 coming, and I still went for this line. I guess I shouldn't grab d5. I should probably play knight h5 and just try to block the h-file. Because after knight takes d5 here, he's threatening mate. Maybe I can play f6 instead to block it, although there might be some issues with bishop c4. Okay, let's get back in the pool. Facing Astaneh again. Would like to get a win against him. This is another guy who I struggle against. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to play this bishop g5 variation once again. Go here, look for a swap. I'm going to go check and just win the pawn back. Try to play it more simply. Play e3. Bishop out to e2. Castle. All that jazz. Now I'm wondering if I can attack this pawn. Looks hard to defend, right? Bishop takes f7 coming. Okay, so let's take that. Take here. Nah, let's just go bishop e6. Check, check. Not doing anything. Okay, let's give one check. Then go here. Thing is, I've gone through some contortions to win the pawn. Still a good position, I think, but could be better. I'm going to take this way and try to open the position. We're going to go here. He has rook f6 if he wants it, but doesn't play it. Down 10 seconds on the clock. Bad news for me. Still a good position. Okay, let's take that. Just trying to secure the position before I get too crazy here. Let's go here. Want knight g4 now. And rook e8 perhaps. Check and then king here. Or rook there, rather. Now he's got to sacrifice on h3 and hope for the best. But we can cover everything. And I'm hitting g7. Ah, that was just hanging, wasn't it? Amazing. He has a hard time moving now. Let's take that. Ooh, I got him on time somehow. Threw in a couple random moves at the end, but we win on the clock. Okay, let's play 2 more games, and then we're going to wrap it up. I'm at 24.85. Sharp game. Felt like I should have had something more than just bishop takes f7. So Astaneh again, getting ready for d5. I'm going to pre-move d5. We're going to have a Slav. That line. Okay. Been a while since I played against this, so let's do this. I kind of know the antidote to this variation because I play it from the white side from time to time. I'm perhaps playing it a little inaccurate, though, because now I have to close the position up in the center, which usually you don't want to have to do. Let's go h6, just see what this bishop wants to do. Castle. Rook e8, just reinforce this pawn. Queen e7, queen c7 looks better. I guess he can take here, though. I'm going to sack the exchange. I'm not really happy about that, but I was not liking my position right there. So let's chase his knight. Bishop a6 coming. I am in a pin, but I might have some compensation based on my bishop pair. Okay, so he lets the pawn get to c3, which I think is helpful. Now if I can reposition my bishops to good diagonals, I'm going to have some nice play. Like bishop c5 coming up next. Let's just stop this, though, for now. And now go bishop c5, so let's pull this back. Does that work for him? There, his idea is d6. I'm going to take it. We'll find out if this is any good. Queen takes f2. Is that working? Nope. All right, I'm going to try this. We're going to see what happens. Bishop here. Thing is, he can try to trade queens now. I didn't even see that move. Yeah, now I'm just threatening c1, but that's it. No other threat. He can't go to c7 or c8, though. That's kind of an amazing position. Yeah, he found the solution. Just got to move fast now. Ah, okay, he got me. Yeah. All right, last game. I had a good position there after I sacrificed the exchange. Well, maybe not good position, but I had activity. But knight takes e5. Looks like he gets the better of the complications. I just took because I didn't really see a good alternative, but maybe I should play queen c5 or queen b6 and try to attack f2 in retrospect. I was hoping that something would come up here, but I didn't find it, whatever it was. Like queen takes f2 is coming up short. Yeah, there's just nothing doing. I'm probably losing down the 2 exchanges, although my bishops look really pretty here. All right, last game. TheDoorpost is the final opponent. Tough, fast player, Mr. Doorpost. We're going to try to open the position and get a Benoni-like formation. Let's go knight. Let's just play bishop f4. Nothing fancy, right? Queen d2. Let's even castle this way. We'll make it a rumble against the doorpost. He could play h5 if he wants. We're going to come after him here. On the king side. We're going to sack some stuff too in the process. Now I got to be careful though. There's bishop g5 ideas lurking. But if I can get him to think, that's a good thing. So yeah, he had this. That was a nice combination there. His knight controls c2, so I couldn't escape. Okay, let's do this. He can take and then take f2 if he wants. We can block. We covered d4, so that's a good sign. How's he going to follow up now? Rook f8, maybe? Let's give a check here. Then we're just going to pull this back, threatening mate again. Let's give a check once more. I'm going to take that now. Now we're just going to try to blitz him out. Pure and simple. I got some ideas in mind. Dude's so fast is the problem. Okay, but we flagged him in the end. So playing quickly at the outset of the game and even making dubious decisions in order to stay ahead on the clock paid off a little bit this session. You know, I ran into Astaneh. I think he beat me 3 out of 4, something like that. But for the most part, I liked my play in this session. Let's tally the results. So we started with Snorlax, and I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins, and 4 losses? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of them to Astaneh. Tough opponent. And what's the best list looking like? We are not quite on the best list after that last win. We're 24-77, so just off. Mateus, Maxime Vachier-Lagrave is top of the list right there. Star Wars, who's that? Anonymous. Could be a strong GM for all we know. And familiar faces, Daniel Naroditsky, Wesley So, etc. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I'll be back again tomorrow with another video. And have a good weekend, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.